GolfNewsRI presents the Golf Dudes Podcast. Here are the dudes.
Hey everybody, welcome to this edition of the Golf Dudes Podcast. Happy Thursday. It's really not a happy Thursday because it's kind of iffy weather out, but hope everyone's having a great day and a great week, great month, whatever, however far you want to take it. The month is almost over, but anyway, we are here at the Golf Dudes Podcast. Rich Cappalli alongside. Rich, how you doing today, buddy boy? Happy Thursday to you.
Yeah, not doing too bad. We're getting punished for having those 90-degree days in March. This is our punishment right now. It's cold and disgusting out. The weekend.
Mother Nature says "F you guys."
Seriously, right in the backside. But yeah, other than that, not too bad. Hoping to get a round in tomorrow. And hopefully, the rain comes Saturday instead of Sunday because we're supposed to play for your bachelor party. So, if not, I think we'll figure out a couple things to do. But yeah, that's about it.
Be no shortage of options.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, when you think about it, there could be a potential Rangers game. There could be a potential Bruins game over the weekend. There could be a potential Celtics.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah,
one
Friday,
or the other over the weekend, whether it's against Atlanta or Philly.
It'll be game 7.
So there could be no shortage of degenerate opportunities.
Yeah, right.
Upon us.
Oh man!
And depending on certain results, there could be real degenerate opportunities.
Right. might be seeing grown men cry.
If you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Anyway, the Golf Dudes Podcast is brought to you by Link's Drinks. Check out our friends at Link's Drinks. They're in at least 20 liquor stores and country clubs across the state. They're in multiple states across the entire freaking country. Just unbelievable stuff. We put an Instagram promo up for them the other day. I think it was Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it freaking was. Anyway, so check out our friends at Link's Drinks. A great time to be sipping some Link's Drinks on hopefully eventually warm weather days here in Rhode Island. Not going to keep you too long today. Obviously, there's a lot going on, but we want people to, we understand that tonight is the NFL draft. We understand that the Celtics are playing Game 6 tonight. Amazingly, the fact that
I'll be watching hockey.
You'll be watching hockey. You'll be watching the Rangers lose to the Devils, probably.
I'll probably switch over to the Celtics, but I have no interest. No, when I see I'll probably follow the draft on Twitter. I won't watch it. To me, that like people have wicked hard-ons for the NFL draft. I'm
with you.
I don't see any. What's it called? It does nothing for
excitement.
Me. Awful, yeah. Just awful.
Let's see them play on the field. Then we'll tell you if they're good or not.
I'll be scrolling on Twitter, watching the picks go by, and then what do we have? 14,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And when that comes up,
Belichick will trade it for 3 7ths and a 6th, and future cash considerations.
Hart thinks they're going to go after the tackle from Georgia.
Pat McAfee said that Mac Jones is going to be traded. So.
Oh well, they're gonna take what's his face from Kentucky.
Will Levis, yeah.
Will Levis.
So, but then that kid could go number 1. So I don't know. Pat McAfee said he's heard that the Patriots could trade Mac Jones to Houston for the number 2 pick or something. Yeah. Yeah, well, that stuff is like kind of wild. But
yeah. No, that's cool. But like when it comes down to the actual pick, I'm just
physically watching the draft is like,
oh my god, these people go to that. How can you sit through that shit? Like seriously, like watching try.
I used to have to cover the stupid draft, and it was like blah. Who cares? Just tell me who the Patriots pick. I'll research the freaking guy. I'll research the frigging guy. And
especially when it had no bearing on the Patriots because they would always have the last.
And when I covered it, it really didn't matter. We weren't drafting anybody exciting, for the most generally speaking.
My god, these people take like destination trips to these places. Like,
oh no, I know it's crazy.
Although I must admit, the one in Nashville was pretty cool a couple years ago. The setup for that was pretty sweet.
I don't remember. They all friggin' blended to one. I just swore on the podcast. That's right.
Yeah, whatever.
No one cares.
That just shows our disdain.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be watching. I'll be watching hockey, and I will occasionally flip on the Celtics for a little bit.
Absolutely. I think that's hopefully, I'm sure a lot of people will be doing that. But yeah, NFL draft tonight. Again, we don't have much interest, but there are parts of it that will be interesting for sure. I just don't get the hype. I don't understand the hype about it. And I used to cover
Nope.
I used to cover the NFL draft, and I still don't really care. Anyway, and I used to get excited for the NBA draft, but the only reason I used to get excited for the NBA draft was because I covered a lot of these kids that were coming out
From
of college.
college, yeah.
I used to talk to them, had a relationship with a lot of them, like especially the Big East ones. So I used to get excited for the NBA draft because at least I knew who these people were and actually physically like knew them.
Yeah.
NFL draft, no one's getting drafted on a URI or Brown, so it doesn't really matter. So anyway, a few things going on in the golf world today that we want a quick hit on. A high school golf season is off and running. Thanks to everybody for following the scores and following that content. The Ryan Classic League launched this new RIL golf app. It's basically a golf genius for high school golf, and you can track the matches like as they're going. Like the kids put their own scores in. And
kind of like when we play in a tournament.
It's exactly like that. It's just it's just RIL golf, and so the RIL.
I'm not sure why they didn't do that earlier.
Well, they're a little behind the times. Yeah, as most things in Rhode Island, it feels like.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Except for GolfNewsRI, we are ahead of the times. We're trying to be anyway. But anyway, it's people. The app certainly has its issues, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Like the kids put their scores and you can follow a particular match. When it's over, it says finish it. It tallies the score up for you, so you don't have to add up all these kids' scores and figure out what the team shot. So it's interesting. So that's been obviously a huge plus for me because I just put the scores up right away. The coaches don't have to send me any scores. No one's gonna communicate with me. I can see it. If I really wanted to, I could see the kid's scorecard and the whole thing. So been using that. That's been a huge success for me anyway. And the Ryan Classic League was actually nice enough to give me a media login, so I don't have to pay the $30 to have the app. I got a media login, so benefits. So there's that. So thanks to everyone for following the matches and following the local scores. We'll continue to try to continue to post the scores, but also try to do more with high school golf as the season goes on. And I know hopefully it gets a little bit longer. I know there's some big high school events coming up, so we'll have that. Bobby Leopold playing down in prestigious Seminole Golf Club in Juno Beach, Florida, in the George Coleman, one of the most prestigious, biggest amateur tournaments in the world. Stuart Hagestad is the defending champion. That got underway today. So good luck to Bobby. He played last year. He finished 50th. But again, it's a pretty tough tournament. So hopefully maybe he'll do better this year. And then the other thing we followed obviously yesterday was Oklahoma and Patrick Welch winning the Big 12 championship, and the college golf NCAA tournament is about a week away from starting. At least the selection day is about a few days away, and then the tournament's like a week away. So I know you get into the NCAA tournament golf a little bit, the national championship stuff. It's interesting, and this will be obviously Patrick's last go around, and then it'll eventually turn pro. At some point, he's have an exemption onto the Korn Ferry Tour. So a cool moment yesterday. I didn't even realize the Big 12 championship was on ESPN Plus.
Really?
Oklahoma tweeted it out. I was like, oh crap, the final round is on. I can watch it. So I tried to put it on my computer. I was watching the Big 12 championship and Patrick, and a cool moment where Patrick was in the last group for Oklahoma, and Oklahoma had like a 20-shot lead. So the only thing he could do was not make a 20 on the last hole. And he was in the last group. He got to kind of walk the fairway. He ended up closing out he made par on 18 to close out the Big 12 championship for Oklahoma. So, that's what I was saying earlier. I had a meeting. I was telling something about it, and I said, well, there was no pressure whatsoever, but it was a cool moment for him. It's a kid from Classical High School. And now he closes out Oklahoma's second straight Big 12 championship. He personally finished fourth behind Ludwig Aberg, who finished 15 under by himself for the tournament. He's ranked number one on the PGA Tour U, he'll be on the PGA Tour within a year or two, if not shorter. I mean, I don't know too much about him, but he's a stud collegiate player. So, but Patrick was in the mix, finished fourth, and now we are on to NCAA tournament. I think Patrick might be the only Rhode Islander in the NCAA tournament this year, because Notre Dame's not going to make it. Nobody else is relevant. Lafayette with Harry Russell. I mean, maybe URI. Be great if URI get in. They play the A10 championship this weekend, and if they win it, they're in the NCAA tournament. So perhaps URI could get in. But we'll be rooting for that. But as of right now, Patrick is the only Rhode Island connection in the NCAA tournament. So that's coming up. It's certainly an exciting time of year. It also means we're moving closer to my wedding with all this stuff now coming up. Have you played any golf this week? You're only playing tomorrow. Tomorrow's hopefully Sunday. Pray for Sunday, folks. Pray for Sunday.
Yeah. No. Last Sunday was a wash. It was nasty on Sunday. It was like what's it called? Caddyshack downpour. Like that sometimes. That's like holy crap. And then no Sunday. I could have played this morning. I didn't realize how it was really nice this morning. It was a little chilly. But tomorrow with the boys. I think we got 9:30. And then hopefully Sunday. And then I got to figure out what I'm doing. I need to make a trip down to the King to pick up a travel bag, so I'll probably play either Thursday or Friday next week, depending on what day I'm not working. Probably Friday, the day before I leave. But yeah, I got to get the swings in because I think I'm playing 5 out of the 6 or 6 out of the 7 days when I'm down there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because my brother-in-law's coming in on Tuesday, and Tuesday's our rest day. That's like the day everybody's taking off to go to work, taking off from golf. And then he's flying in at like 11 or 12, and we're gonna go out for like an afternoon twilight round somewhere. So I think I'm playing 5 out of 5 or 5 out of the 6 days. Because obviously both Saturdays are dead, the travel days. So
any notable courses that people would recognize? I say PGA Tour notable. I just mean just in general.
Yeah, PGA Village in Port St. Lucie. That's where all the PGA professionals go to train. It's like a legitimate training facility. It's crazy. They got there's 3 courses there. They got like six practice putting greens and a double-sided range. I think that the range is like 800 yards long or something like that, 700 yards long. It's crazy. No, maybe not that much, maybe like 500 yards long. Super, super nice, gigantic clubhouse, pro shop, restaurant. And you can actually it's a stay in place. So they have condos where you can rent out and stay for the week. So it's a good place. Other than that, it's just local courses around where my condo is.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Maybe it'll be nice enough to take some pictures, and we'll do some Instagram photography while you're down.
They shouted me out 2 years ago when I played.
Yeah, I know. We posted the stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, no, super nice.
Maybe get a free drink out of it. Hey, you guys, we did publicity for you. You can drink. Hey, never know. People be surprised. But yeah, I remember that we posted some photo.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were, but we posted something. Are you playing the course last year or last or two, whenever you went? You took a picture of the PGA Championship trophy.
That was there. That was there. Yeah.
Be something to think about if it's there again. Take a quick because that's coming up.
I think it's always there. They got a bunch of
that tournament's coming up though now.
Yeah. They got a bunch of Tiger memorabilia on the walls going down to the locker room and all the past PGA champions stuff. It's real cool.
Absolutely. So Rich will be coming to you from Florida in about a week or so ish, give or take. So stay tuned for perhaps some social media updates on that in between taking shots and getting wasted.
Well,
you can take a picture. You can take a picture or two. So other things to hit on. I did mention the Korn Ferry Tour a minute ago, but Davis Chatfield earned full exemption for the rest of the season. on the Korn Ferry Tour. It was a top 20 finish last week. He's underway today, but the tournament was delayed because of weather. So I'm not. I was it was a wild morning. So I didn't even look at what the tee times were, but the tee times were delayed. So he's on action today, trying to continue to move up the ranks. But it's great that he got that full exemption for the year. I think he's ranked 84th on the Korn Ferry Tour points list. The top 30 make the PGA Tour at the end of the season. Obviously, a long way to go, but you can move fast. I mean, he moved last week. It was like doom and gloom. He was ranked 123rd on the Korn Ferry Tour, and then he finished in the top 20, and he moved up to like 84th. So these things change quickly, because while he's moving up, other people are moving down, and vice versa. While he's moving down, other people are moving up, vice versa. Similar to how it works you see on the PGA Tour with the FedEx Cup points and things like that. It's similar to that. What are you laughing about? Did I say something hilarious?
No, I'm on Twitter right now, and Joe Biden did a press conference today.
I'm sorry I asked.
Somebody asked him who he's rooting for in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and he said the Flyers.
Oh, it's going to be a long time before the Flyers make the playoffs.
We'll just leave it at that. That was just hysterical. Oh my God, I almost busted out laughing. That is just tremendous. The Flyers. Oh my Lord. All right. Anyways, sorry about that.
The Broad Street Bullies. They're in the playoffs. They were late. They were late bid into the blend.
Good Lord.
It's gonna be a long time before they make the playoffs, I think.
Oh yeah, and they're not going to make it with John Tortorella.
No, it is not.
Anyways, sorry about that. My apologies.
No, it's funny. I asked you what you're laughing at, and then when you said Joe Biden, I was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have asked."
Yeah. Here we go. That's why I left it. I just thought, like, who in fact did not make the playoffs. Oh my God, you can't make it up. Anyways,
so PGA Tour is in Mexico this week. The LIV Golf is in Singapore, so that'll be interesting. That starts tonight or tomorrow. No, when is it?
Tonight. No, is it tonight?
Tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Australia was a day earlier. I think Singapore. I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah, the time change is weird.
I don't know how they're getting any ratings on these.
Yeah, and I heard. Did you see that thing that person posted on that live golf group that we belong to? That the CW is now charging.
Oh, they are.
One of the apps that they're watching it on is charging. It's like $30 for the year or something like that. Get the hell out of here.
So LIV Golf tweeted 2 hours ago, less than 10 hours until we're live across the globe. So it's 10 p.m. New York time.
Tonight or tomorrow?
I mean, they said less than 10 hours.
So it is tonight. So yeah, they're a full day. They're a full day ahead of us. Or
that's what I thought. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Yeah, I mean,
once you get into those eastern, Asian islands and stuff like that, time goes crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I might check it out just for shits and giggles, but when the PGA, but it's funny, like the LIV Golf, we don't really care that much, but when the PGA Tour plays like late night golf, we love it. So it's kind of funny. LIV has to try to get into that part of it, but it's tough.
So do you think
they're not on the TV though, so it's tough. Yeah, it's tough to do that.
They're only on TV, I think, on what, Sunday or Saturday?
On the weekends. And while they're on the weird time zones, they're not live.
It's on tape delay. Yeah.
The CW showed at like 2 p.m. on like Sunday, the last turn, the Australia one, and it clearly obviously wasn't live. So it's just a tough TV thing. Anyway, you were gonna ask a question. Go.
Oh yeah. You gotta think probably Brooks and DJ make the Ryder Cup, right?
Well, they get picked.
You gotta think they do, right?
They're not gonna get any Ryder Cup points, obviously. Yeah. Although I guess the Masters would give Brooks Koepka points. No.
Yeah. And you got to think at least Brooks makes it.
Maybe, yeah. I think it's all about if the players want them on. You know,
They said there was no animosity at the Masters. Not that they would even say it. Not that they would say it, but you know.
Especially not with those guys.
No.
Bryson DeChambeau is probably a little bit different. Phil Mickelson, I don't think he'll ever be on a team.
And even Cam Smith too. I don't even think they cared that he jumped either. They're probably happy because he was blowing doors off when he left.
Yeah, well, thankfully he's not in the Ryder Cup. He's in the President's Cup.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I was just saying in general.
I think there's a chance they can make it if Zach Johnson picks them. But I don't know how many they can earn points. And I guess if Koepka wins the PGA, that's going to be a significant amount of points, I'm guessing.
It could be a captain's pick too.
Well, that's what I mean. They're going to be picked. They're going to be captain's picks. I don't think they're going to earn the points. But I'm saying if Koepka wins the PGA, right? Say he goes on and wins the PGA Championship or the U.S. Open or something. Which, by the way, he looked at the Masters. He certainly could do that. That's going to be a significant amount of points, I'm guessing, but I could be wrong.
Brooks was on the team last year, right, or 2 years ago?
Yeah, and DJ.
So you gotta figure it's probably going to be the same. It's probably going to be the same team minus probably Bryson. Right. You
would think so.
JT, Spieth, Tony Finau, Brooks, DJ.
Scheffler.
Schauffele. Yeah, Cantlay.
Cantlay might be playing too slow for them.
Brooks might whoop his ass. That hole in one was funny though. He's like, "Was that fast enough for you?"
That was a great meme.
But yeah, I mean, I see it being pretty much the same. Maybe probably minus Bryson unless he fixes himself or whatever.
How about Jerry Springer dying?
Joey texted me this morning. No, Greg texted me this morning. I was like, "Holy! You realize he was 79?"
Oh, it's 79 or 76?
No, 79. I didn't even realize he was that old. That's crazy.
Yeah, not that I was some big Jerry Springer fan, but
I used to like Jerry Springer back in the day. He was very entertaining.
I mean, I never used to really watch it. I just
him and Steve Wilkos.
Yeah. You know, Steve Wilkos has his own show, right?
Yeah, he's had it for a long time. Got to be probably over 10 years now, 10, 15 years. But yeah, Steve the bodyguard. Steve. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then some famous baseball player died. Grote.
I didn't see that.
Dick Grote. Maybe it was American.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Pirates great Dick Grote.
Dick Grote. That's funny. Oh yeah, Dick Grote. Wow. 92. Oh, he played in the NBA too. MLB, NBA standout. That's crazy. I've never even heard of him before, to be honest.
Yeah. So
a lot of his baseball cards are worth a lot. Holy crap.
Yeah, invest in one. There you go.
$50, $81. Jesus. Wow.
But yeah, so that's what we have going on. Kind of another strange time of year because we're not playing a ton because the weather hasn't been great, and there's a kind of a lull between the Masters and kind of any other significant tournament that's going on. We will say the Ryan 4-Ball Championship is Monday and Tuesday at Crestwood and Warwick Country Club, respectively. So good luck to everybody playing. Also, a special shout out to our guy Michael Edwards, one of our advertisers on GolfNewsRI.com. He's playing in the tournament, and so shout out to him and good luck to him and good luck to everybody playing in the 4-Ball. Should be a fascinating event for sure. And after that, that pretty much kicks off the local golf season. We will give you a heads up for May 16th, Tuesday. We will be doing plenty of content from the U.S. Open local qualifier at Kirkbride. It's going to be a long freaking day, as it was last year, and then the thing went to a playoff. But it was certainly pretty cool to see the USGA flags, the USGA tee markers and stuff. So it's still a little ways away, but we'll be doing some stuff on that. And we can leave you with this. I'm not going to tell you what the story is, but you definitely want to keep your eyes on GolfNewsRI.com on Friday, and keep eyes on our social media pages. It is going to be a heck of a day, and I'm not gonna, and that is how we're going to leave it. So eyes on Friday, eyes on GolfNewsRI.com, and I'm sure the entire golf community, and perhaps even the news and local sports community might be keeping an eye out as well. So that's all I got. Special shout out to another special shout out to my guy Joe Kayada, who announced yesterday he's retiring from NBC 10 at the end of the month of May. Thanks to Joe for everything he's done for me over the years, and good guy. And hopefully this means he has more time to play golf now. So congrats to Joe on his retirement, and for me personally, thanks again for everything you've done for me, and for the conversations and the advice and all these other things. So that's all we got. That's all I got. I don't know if you have anything else, but best of luck in your golf round tomorrow. Hit them straight. Get ready for Florida. The last few times I play with you, I can't say it's been the prettiest.
No.
So hopefully, hopefully you can get your
crap. It was
bad. And that's all we got. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Again, keep your eyes on GolfNewsRI.com on Friday morning. It is going to be something. So that's all we got. This is the Golf Dudes podcast. Thanks to everybody. Have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next week and throughout the weekend on GolfNewsRI.com. Bye.